Welcome back. It is Game 6 of the ALDS as the Texas Rangers are on the road in Houston trying to force a Game 7. Our best bets are on the way. It's Austin joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday. A 1-0 day. We'll take it. The Phillies money line. I know Logan enjoyed that game. They got it done pretty easily in that one. I do want to note yesterday I did have a typo in our graphics. We were on Rangers and Phillies money line the day before, but either way, it was still an 0-2 day yesterday. A 1-0 day yesterday, winning a little bit of money back. Hopefully the Phillies, we'll see. We'll talk about that game. I believe they play tomorrow. We only got one game on today. Rangers Astros, and I know it's a big NFL Sunday, so if you're interested in our NFL picks, normally our Sunday baseball videos don't get a ton of views, so anyone that is out here watching this video, we certainly appreciate it. Give yourself a round of applause if you want to go check out our NFL picks. Those are live on the channel. We have like 3 or 4 videos, so I'll link those down below in the pinned comment. They'll also be linked at the end of this video. But Logan, you've been handling this series, Rangers Astros. I know it was a heartbreaking Game 5 when we were on the Rangers. Who are you going to be rolling with in Game 6?
Yeah, this series has been a lot of fun. It's got the bad blood to it now. I'm taking the Astros on the money line, minus 124 odds on FanDuel. Yes, I have to go Astros in this one because Altuve snatched my heart out in Game 5, and it was the moment that I couldn't back the Rangers anymore. I told you, in Game 5, the reason I was backing the Rangers is because I really like Jordan Montgomery. I thought he gave him a great chance to win. That was the one the Rangers should have had. It took a 9th inning, just heroic miracle 3-run home run from one of the best second basemen of all time in Altuve to just ruin that and to steal all 3 games on the road in Texas. Really wild. And if you follow the trend of this series, you'll back the Rangers as the road team has won every game this series. But that doesn't take into account that the Astros they're just different. And you'll see me, if the Astros win this game, I'm just going to tweet, the Astros are inevitable. You can love them, you can hate them, doesn't matter. They are inevitable. They will be here when all is said and done. And trends are meant to be broken. The Astros don't want this to get to a Game 7. And I don't believe they'll let that happen. Because, in a Game 7, anything can happen. Your bats just don't show up, anything. This is an experienced Astros team. And let's talk about who's starting for them. It's Framber Valdez, not my favorite guy to back one bit. 11.57 ERA and a 2.57 WHIP in the postseason for Valdez. Not great numbers, and he earned that high ERA. It wasn't by accident because he only went 2 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 4 earned runs on 7 hits, facing the Rangers in Game 2 of this series. He just didn't have it. And also, when you're watching Framber Valdez, if he has it or not, because he's a pitch-to-contact ground ball pitcher, which is why over the course of the season, he's 91st percentile in ground ball percentage. I see Texas coming out and being aggressive against him like they were last time. The good thing about that is he can actually use that aggression against them. And if he has the ground ball outs working like he didn't have last time, he'll be able to get them out on only a few pitches and not really have to work too hard into this game. Like I said, I'll know pretty quickly if he has it or if he doesn't, because if those ground balls aren't ground balls and they're instead hard hit extra base hits, yeah, we're in trouble. But will the Astros, being a savvy veteran squad, will they just be watching him closely and yank him at any sign of danger? I think so, because if you look at that game, last time Valdez struggled, they deployed JP France and the bullpen and held the Rangers actually scoreless in the rest of that game. Once Valdez came out, they couldn't get anything going. Now, the question mark for this game, the question mark for this bullpen is missing Abreu. Is he going to be out there? First of all, I don't know. This is an interesting situation facing a 2-game suspension. He may or may not be there. If he is, great. If he isn't, they have a lot, a deep bullpen, 2.19 ERA in the playoffs for the Astros bullpen. They can definitely hold the Rangers down with or without him. And Texas is hitting 257 on the road in the playoffs. Nothing crazy. I mean, just about season type average numbers. Now the question, and this is what we can talk about here. Nathan Eovaldi starts for the Rangers. Can the Astros get to Nathan Eovaldi? That's going to be huge if they can. 2.29 ERA and a 0.86 WHIP in the postseason. Those numbers pretty good for Nathan Eovaldi. He's a big time pitcher. He went 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 earned runs in Game 2. So it's not like he held them scoreless. The runs came little by little against Eovaldi. But they did figure out how to attack him as the game went on, because it was kind of like score run this inning, next inning scoreless, score and run this inning. It was spaced over those 6 innings pitched, and this is just this is the worst thing about it. If you hate the Astros, kind of like I do, I do not like rooting for this team, but they're inevitable. Over the last 3 games, Houston's hitting 284. Now you might say, well, Logan, they hit a lot worse at home, over the course of the season and the postseason. True, but the fact that they're seeing Eovaldi again and they're already scorching hot, just bad news for Nathan Eovaldi. In 187 plate appearances, this Astros roster is hitting 298 against Nathan Eovaldi. Let's talk about who some of these guys are, because Yordan Alvarez absolutely owns Nathan Eovaldi. They'll bring up the stats, but I'll tell you right now, 692 batting average and 2 home runs against Eovaldi. Crazy numbers. Bregman, 409 with 2 home runs. Pena, 286, and Altuve, 244 with 5 home runs. There are so many Astros bats in here that can really do damage. We know, if Eovaldi, if he's making any type of mistake pitches, there's no team I've ever seen in baseball better than the Astros at capitalizing on the mistakes. They almost just sit there waiting for you to back up a slider right over the plate, and they'll hit it into the Crawford box. Now, even once Eovaldi comes out, I lost trust in the Rangers bullpen over the last 3 games of the series. I really did. I was pretty proud of them. I was like, wow, everyone was saying how bad they were in the regular season. They really showed up in the postseason. But with a 4.12 ERA in the playoffs, there's no margin for error for Nathan Eovaldi. If he goes out there and doesn't have it, or if let's just say he's gives up 3 to 4 earned runs, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to ask the Rangers bullpen to come in and hold it down. One of their best guys, Leclerc, I was like feeling okay about him. And then the Altuve home run happened. I was like, damn it, that could probably shake his confidence. And, being a pitcher in a high leverage moment like this, I'd rather back the team who's won 3 straight games in this series, all on the road, now coming back home where they're obviously familiar, and they have the playoff experience, rather than the desperate team needing to win this game to even to force Game 7. The Rangers is not a spot I want to be. I want to back the Astros, and there's probably a good chance, even if the Astros do lose this game, I'll be on them Game 7. But playoff experience, that's the trumping factor in this one. I'll go ahead and take the Astros. Austin, what do you think about the Astros moneyline pick?
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at this game, this kind of gives me deja vu of last year's World Series when they went up against the Phillies, and this probably gives you PTSD, but it was a game, they were down 2-1 in that series, then went into Citizens Bank Park, won 2 in a row, went back home up 3-2. It was Framber Valdez on the mound versus Zach Wheeler, who's been super good in the postseason, and obviously the Astros did win that game. It's just a trusted veteran team. I'd rather trust them. I think that gut punch in the mouth for the Rangers team, not only, you had that, scuffle with Adolis Garcia, Martin Maldonado, and those guys, but then just to lose that game in heartbreaking fashion, I just don't know if I trust this Rangers team to be ready to get up and just try to put their season on the line. I don't trust them a whole lot. They've obviously been very good this postseason, but just getting punked at home, losing 3 in a row. I know the Astros haven't been the best home team, but it doesn't matter if you're the best home team or not. So they're one of the best teams in postseason, the last few years. I just think they come through with a win. So I like the Astros on the money line. I'd be surprised if this went to Game 7, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does go to Game 7 if we are not back on the Astros once again when that game rolls around. But either way, that's going to be our favorite pick of the day. I like it. Astros money line are only one we're rolling with. If you want to go check out some NFL videos, we'll post those on the screen. Definitely go show those some love. Let's have a great, MLB day. Let's go 1-0. And that's how obviously dominate the NFL. Our favorite picks are in those videos. Austin Logan signing out. We'll see you guys back again in the next one. We'll see you then. Peace.